Saturn cleanses the house which he transits. At the end of his journey in Meena, he has to give you something before he leaves, something that can never be taken away from you. Saturn is currently about to leave your 4th house, Kumbha. Kumbha is his own house. So the current transit of Saturn would have been a tough one for you, but Guru's 7th transit since last year would have smoothed things out a little. By now, Saturn would have made sure that you fixed all the leaks. If you have a car or motorcycle, you would have spent much time and money fixing it. Or you would have just bought a used vehicle which is finally working far better than your previous one. Your mother's health would have suffered, but if you read all the signals well, you would have made an attempt to fix the health issues troubling your mother. Along the way, you would have found this new love and respect towards your mother, but you will surely begin to appreciate all the hard work your mother had done for you in the past. Saturn's 4th transit would have also brought some amount of brain fog, forgetfulness, laziness, negative thoughts, pessimism. All that is about to improve soon. Your health might have suffered, there might have been arguments, and sadly, some of those arguments were with your own mother. All these issues might have affected your performance at your place of work. Hopefully, you have learned your lessons. By now, some of you would have gone through so much reformation that you don't care what car you drive or how comfortable your bed is. You just need a vehicle to travel safely and on time. You just appreciate food that is on the table and a place for you to sleep on. And also the importance of staying away from unhealthy arguments and safeguarding your own health. Saturn's next journey is into your 5th house, Meena, and this will happen on the 29th of March. Who owns Meena? Jupiter. Where is Jupiter at the moment? Your 7th house, Rishaba. What is the relationship between Saturn and Jupiter? They are neutrals. Saturn can delay what Jupiter wants to give, but Saturn cannot deny. I know many Scorpions are quite distressed with all this upcoming 8th transit of Guru by mid-May, Kethu moving out of your 11th house and moving into your Karmasthana. Now, let's go back to Saturn. Saturn cleanses the house which he transits. He's like the vacuum cleaner. So much noise, uses so much electricity, but he cleans things up so well. Now, the cleaning job is being done in your 5th house. What is the 5th house? What does it signify? Progeny, children, intelligence, purva punya, creativity, creation, love, speculation. What features will Saturn impose on all this? Delays, sacrifice, discipline, dedication, detachment. Will Saturn delay getting a child? In some, yes, but instead of delaying, he wants you to have more children so that you will have to deal with more responsibility. If you have young children, they will fall sick more often. And here's your opportunity to show your responsibility towards them. Once Kethu enters your 10th house, Leo, you may even face situations where you need to sacrifice work in order to care for your children. If you have school-going children, you may see their marks going down. Here Saturn is asking you, hey, these are your children. So what are you going to do about their poor marks? Some of you will need to stop looking at your phones or going out with your friends. Invest every available precious time in your children. If you have grown-up children, they will listen to you less. Controlling them will be a bit tricky. And here you can't use your anger and authority to set things straight. Why am I saying this? Because Scorpio is ruled by Mars. You want everything quick. You think you can raise your voice and give a tight slap and everything will get fixed. No, no, no. Saturn wants to teach you parenting without violence and aggression. Learn the value of patience and two-way communication. Learn to respect the opinion of your children. Now, let's go on to love. Have you heard about someone who had to travel a very long distance and deal with the objection from the groom's family before finally getting the green light to marry? Yes, if you are finding true love, you will need to go through some sort of sacrifice. You will have this big story to tell the next generation, how much you sacrifice to win this person's love. Or if you're already in love, now your other half will demand more time and effort from you. While Saturn was in 4th house Kumbha, you would have spent little time at home. Now it's payback time. Your partner is there, waiting for you to pay back. On top of that, Saturn's gaze on your 7th will bring some sort of joint burden or stress with your partner. Your partner may get a transfer, travel a lot, or attend further training or higher studies. True love will be put to test. And no matter which way you look at it, you will need to sacrifice. If you're a man, you better learn how to cook and clean. If you're a woman, you may be forced to choose between career and family. But at the end of Saturn's 5th transit, you will come out as a more mature, experienced spouse and parent. For now, just don't stress too much about your job. Whatever power, position, or promotion that you're not getting or you're losing will get reinstated once Guru enters your 9th house by the middle of 2026. At this point, our young listeners are probably feeling a bit left out. Well, what do we have here? If you are after your first love, be careful with the twists and turns, the ups and downs. It'll be quite the roller coaster ride. I can only say hang tight. But being young and inexperienced, be careful with what you choose to sacrifice for love. Because Saturn in the 5th also slows down your intellect. You will need to spend more time on your studies. Your memory retention will be fine, but you will take a longer time to understand key concepts. You remember that experience reading a chapter, you've spent about half an hour or 45 minutes, you close the book and then you go like, oh, what did I study? What was all that about? I can't remember a thing. I don't understand a thing. Your mind keeps slipping off, slipping away to other issues, other problems. So you got to do it again. You got to drum it in until you understand the key concepts. So there will be a bit of delay in achieving that understanding. But if your lover's demands are far too great for you to fulfill, that's Saturn's practical way of telling you that maybe this relationship can't quite go on. If you are involved in creative arts, try going retro. I'm talking about black and white photography. If you are into music or fashion, explore things that were trending in the 60s and 70s. Or try making artwork from old recycled items. Even if you're an elderly person, remember that Saturn rules your 3rd house Makara. You will always get satisfaction working with your hands. So if you're bored, try to do some restoring work. Restore a car, restore an antique item. Go through your old collection. You will certainly find something that catches your interest. If your children are all grown up and no more your responsibility, maybe you want to pick up this hobby to divert all the anger and frustration. Let's now spend some time studying the other aspects of Saturn. The 2nd house, Dhanush. First of all, Saturn's transit into your 5th house reduces your luck in gambling and speculation. Scorpions are risk takers. I know. Go slow there, especially if you are into the stock market. Saturn rules your 3rd house Magara. He wants you to rise through self-efforts. So when he transits your 5th house, he's not too happy with all the gaming, speculation, gambling or betting. Saturn will bring some sort of financial crunch. You won't feel it so much until Guru moves into your 8th house by mid-May. You now must spend more time with your children, lover or spouse, and not so much time on yourself. So I'm sorry, buying that new laptop or latest iPhone has to wait. You will be tempted to borrow money to improve your liquidity. Joint finances with your partner will be better than self-financing. In other words, if you have a major financial commitment, make sure you do it with your partner. And don't fantasize about free money. Oh, I'm going to win the lottery. I buy these shares for 5 cents and suddenly it will go up to 50 cents. No. That's not going to work. Once Guru enters your 8th house, he will also help you uncover hidden source of wealth. If you are employed in the mining industry, archaeology, farming, or even if you work as a surgeon, your earnings can be quite substantial. It's also a good period for tax accountants and those who work in emergency services. No matter what work you do, bear in mind that Kethu's next transit will be into your Karmasthana Leo. As I have said in a previous video, focus on what you earn and not power, position, or promotion. The power, position, promotion, all that will come once Guru enters your 9th house Cancer by the middle of 2026. One more thing about the 2nd house is it also governs your speech and family. 2nd house is Dhanush. Dhanush Lord is Guru. Guru is going to the 8th house. What is going to happen here? You need to watch what you say. You can easily be misunderstood by others. You can easily hurt others with your words, especially during the period of retrograde Saturn or retrograde Guru. I started this video by giving you one whole lecture about the 5th house. Why do you think I did that? I'm asking you to concentrate your energy on your 5th house. Forget about the 2nd house. Don't waste your time and energy with wrong speech, especially when you want to give your word or promise to others. With Guru going into the 8th, of course you will honor your word. But is it necessary to give your word to everyone and try to honor it? Don't become egoistic. I will prove it to you. I can do this. None of you have to pay. I will pay for everything. That's going to be the trap you are setting up for yourself. Finally, the 11th house. There will be less support from your friends. Or looking at your situation, some of your friends are going to leave you. You're going to learn some hard lessons here. Saturn will ask you to devote more time towards your children and partner. Or if you're young, focus more on studies. The emphasis here will be self-efforts. It won't be easy to gain favors from your friends. I'm not asking you to hate your friends. You're not going to meet them tomorrow and say, okay, I listened to my astrological predictions and I've been advised not to trust you all, so bye-bye. Apparently you all are going to betray me, so I will betray you first. No, that's not what I'm telling you. The lesson is for you, not for your friends. How you have to set boundaries, how you need to prioritize and say, all right, my family comes first, my children comes first, my spouse needs my attention. This is where I'm going to commit. This is where I'm going to spend all my energy and efforts. On the other hand, you have the potential to coach your children towards success. I did say Saturn cleanses the house which he transits. At the end of his journey in Meena, he has to give you something before he leaves. Something that can never be taken away from you. It can be the satisfaction of seeing your children succeed following your intervention, your solid backing, your sacrifice. It also can be in the form of everlasting love or a special creative skill. Yes, do something with your hands on a regular basis. You will become so good at something that you will develop a special skill that nobody else can do. All the best, Scorpio. And to Miss NR and the subscriber Aurum9369, this video is dedicated to you. Finally, to all of you, please leave some comments if possible. I do enjoy interacting with my subscribers, and thank you.